Hey guys, Dean here again with Team Debaru, and in today's video I am going to be showing you guys how to make $1,000 a day using Maxbounty and paid traffic sources. If you'd like to see some more videos like this, and if you want to join one of the fastest growing affiliate marketing online forums, make sure you sign up for the AFK forum by using the link in the description below. You don't want to miss out on any of the great information being shared there. And with that being said, guys, let's go ahead and dive into the content. Alright guys, so here we are. Let's go ahead and get started. This is Maxbounty's dashboard. This is what it looks like if you haven't signed up for Maxbounty. This is what it looks like whenever you log in after you're approved. I would definitely recommend them if you haven't signed up already. They have a lot of great offers, a lot of different geos to work with. They're very easy to get accepted into, and I've been using them for a while. So I think it's something that's good to be a part of if you haven't already. But with that, let's go ahead and dive in. Let's take a look at some of the offers here. We're going to find an offer here together that we think is going to work good for us. I'm going to show you guys how I build out my bridge page, as well as some of the ad images, and how I set them up within Facebook Ad Manager and actually build out a profitable campaign and start scaling. So with that being said, guys, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the offers they have here, and let's choose an offer here together that we think that is going to work good for us. So we'll go over here to the left hand side. We're going to go over here to where it says search campaigns, and we're just going to click on it. And I'm not going to go too deep into it. I'm just going to take a look at some of the offers they have on the first page here and see what they have. There's quite a bit, as you can see, tons of pages of offers. You can even break them down up at the top. But let's just see. I want to run a sweepstake offer just because I really enjoy sweepstake offers. So I'm going to take a look at some of these smaller offers here, not like these giant $440 ones. So let's take a look. So it looks like they have a $500 Primark gift card, SATA, a Samsung Galaxy S10, an Aldi gift card, just pretty much some basic stuff, some sample a snack box, it looks like. That's kind of cool. I think for the sake of this video, I think the best one is probably this Aldi gift card. It's pretty straightforward. It looks like it's just a win $1,000 to Aldi. Let's take a look. If there's no restrictions, looks like it's single opt-in, short 3 pages submit, and then basically again it's just win $1,000 to Aldi. We want to make sure that social is allowed because we will be doing social pay per click with Facebook ads. The country is going to be Australia, so we want to make sure that Australia is the country that we set up for. And let's take a look at the landing page. So here's the landing page here. It's pretty clean, pretty trustworthy. Like I said, it's a 3 question submit for them, so it looks like it's going to be zip code, probably email address, name, basic stuff like that, and then they'll be entered into winning this $1,000 gift card. Got some social proof down here. A lot of people like to see that, and yeah, I mean, it looks like a pretty good offer. So let's just going to refresh that. Let's go over what we're going to do now. Let's go over to ClickFunnels, and let's actually start building out a bridge page to get us from Facebook to our offer. And we do this because you can't direct link with Facebook. You can't just take the link from Maxbounty and post it right into your Facebook Ads Manager, because you're going to get either your ad account banned, you're going to get your ad rejected. It's just not going to work for you. If it does work, it might work for a very short time, and then it's going to go away. So with that, we're going to use ClickFunnels. If you've never used ClickFunnels before, guys, ClickFunnels is a build your own landing page builder. They have tons of pre-built templates. You can build your own from scratch. It's a great software. I use it. I've used it for a long time. It is a little pricey to start off with, especially if you haven't made any money online marketing yet. It is about $100 a month for that, but they do have a 14-day free trial. So it is a great service. It's helped me make tons and tons of money online, not only for this, but with other online businesses that I do. So it is something that I recommend. But let's go ahead and dive in. If you haven't already seen ClickFunnels before, we do have a template for ClickFunnels specifically for Instagram and Facebook that you can find within our Facebook group. But let's go ahead and open up the template and I'll give you guys a better look. So this is the template. I just have it broken down very briefly here. It's just a 2-question submit. So basically what's going to happen is someone's going to click through the 2 questions that we have here. The first one's going to be, where did you find this offer? The question answers being Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and other. We do already know the answer to this because we are going to be sending targeted traffic from Facebook. For example, today we're going to be doing Instagram. So as you see, Instagram is an option on there. They're going to click through it. We do this even though we know the answers because we want to pre-warm our traffic. We want to qualify our traffic. We don't want any traffic going through where eventually they're going to hit the landing page and have to do the questions and eventually not want to fill them out in the end. So we do this to kind of warm them up and send through quality traffic even though we know the answers to them. So that's the first question. The second question, and I'll bring it up for you. So this is how you would edit it. So here's the first one that we just went over. Here's the second one, which is, where are you from? We have United States, Australia, United Kingdom, and other. If you notice, we have other on both options, just in case you get any traffic coming in that isn't necessarily from those areas. They always have something to choose, which would be other. So I always like to add that as my very last one. One thing you want to make sure that you have done at this step is you want to make sure that whatever country that you are running for example, our ad is for Australia, you want to make sure that answer is in here. So as you see, Australia is already in here. I typically run United States, Australia, United Kingdom, New Zealand, all the English speaking countries. So I already have it in here. But what you would do is just type all this up and leave it. And the final step that you're going to do with the quiz is you're going to put in your landing page now from Maxbounty. So we're going to want to go over to Maxbounty and we're going to want to go ahead and get the link for that. So we're going to go to Maxbounty. We're going to come over here to Tracking Link Builder and we're going to click Build Tracking Link. It's going to be for social. So we're going to click social. Then we're going to click Raw Link because it's just a raw link. And I'm just going to put in Facebook, that way, or actually it's Instagram that we're running. So I'm going to put in Instagram so I know where I'm running it from. I'm going to hit apply so it updates and I'm going to copy it. So this is a link. Whenever someone goes through our quiz, they're going to eventually get to this link. When they go to this link, it's going to get them over to this landing page. And after they fill out this information over here, then we're going to get our payout. Our payout for the offer is $2.80. So not bad. That's not a bad payout. It's pretty good. It's nice, easy to work with when it comes to testing too. I like to do things around this price range. I think they work out good for me. However, if you are just starting out, even some of the lower offers that might be like $1 or more, those ones work great too. So don't be steered away from trying some of these other options or maybe trying some of the lower ones because they're all on Maxbounty for a reason. Typically, if they're on here, someone's making money from it. So just keep that in mind. We're going to go back over to the landing page here. We're going to change the landing page. We want to make sure, like I said, after they're done with these 2 questions, that the next outcome would be that they come over to the landing page that I just showed you. So we're going to click Outcomes up at the top. As you see up here, we're going to click Default Outcome Action, and we're going to change this custom redirect over here. As you can see, there is one in there from an old campaign. It's not going to be linking them to where I want now. So I'm going to go ahead and update that. As you see, just updated. And there's nothing, we don't have to click Save or anything on here. We're just going to click over here to the left and close out of it. And now we're going to hit Save up here in the top right. So that's saved. We have this whole offer here set up. The quiz at least set up. Now we need to just kind of tie everything together and really make it look like our landing page. So first things first, we want to find a background that kind of ties in with this. So this is a supermarket background, offer. So let's go over to Google and I'm going to type in, let's just try Aldi's for right now, or Let's not do that. Let's do supermarket wallpaper. I like to type in wallpaper sometimes because I know they're going to be nice images for this specifically. And they're going to be nice, big size. They're usually made for like your computer wallpaper. If you're doing Instagram story ads, sometimes they're nice because they're already fit for the phone dimensions. But let's take a look. I'm going to save some of these so that way we can add them. And this one. And maybe this one. All right. Maybe this one. I want to try a couple different backgrounds that you see here too. All right, maybe this. Just a couple different angles. And let's go back over to ClickFunnels now. And we're going to change the background of this. So what we want to do is we want to go to settings and we're going to go to background. And background image over here, we're going to click this little icon. And we're going to want to upload all the images that we just found together. All right, let's see. There was a couple in here that I did before. So we'll just leave those. They're already uploaded, as you can see. Give it a second or two. All right, so let's try some of these images here and see kind of how they look. We'll just start off with this nice vegetable one here, nice and green. It doesn't look too bad, but you can't really see anything other than maybe like some lettuce here on the side. So let's just see what other options is. It's not bad, but it's also not the greatest. Let's see what else we got. So let's try let's try this one. So same sort of thing, vegetables. Okay, so as this one, it's even worse. This one actually is very pixelated, very stretched out. This is something that you don't want, guys. This isn't going to make your bridge page look trustworthy. People are going to get to this and then they're going to leave. They're not going to want to click through it. They're not going to believe that they're going to win the $1,000 gift card to Aldi's, so it's not going to work. Try a different one. Even the image that we just did a minute ago is 10 times better than this one. But let's see what other images that we have here that'll work. This is why I download a lot, because some are going to look a lot better than some of the other ones. So let's try this. All right, so this one doesn't look too bad. You can see kind of like the shopping aisle on the side here. It just looks like your normal shopping aisle. We'll just keep that for now. I think you guys get the point. Just try a bunch of different images and leave something that you guys think looks the best. Now let's go ahead and change maybe this text up here. So we wanted to say win a $1,000 gift card to Aldi. So I'm going to go ahead and change that. Let's see, and we'll just to Aldi. So we'll do something like that. So that's all set up. The only other thing that I like to do now at this point is I like to add an image up at the very top of this. Just again to tie everything together, to make everything a lot more user-friendly, a lot more trustworthy, and really tie it all together. So let's do that. I'm going to go to Elements. I'm going to hit Add Element. I'm going to go to Image. I'm going to drag it over. Do that. And then I'm going to drag it to the very top because I want it at the very top. Then I'm going to click in this gray bar. And over here again, I'm going to change the image. So I'm going to click right here. And I have these Aldi images right here. Basically, I'll show you guys what I did. All I did was go to supermarket over here. I went over to Google Images, and I typed in Aldi PNG. So PNG is basically an image that has transparent background, so that way you can put them on areas and they don't really overlap them. They kind of fit on perfectly with it. So I downloaded a couple of the transparency ones here. I downloaded this one, I downloaded this one, and I downloaded this one right here. So as you can see them here, I'm just going to upload one right now. I'm going to choose this one. just because sometimes these ones are a little long, so they don't look too good. They kind of overstretch. So I'm just going to use this one right here for now. I know it'll work great. I'm going to change this. And all I did was just bring it up to the top a little more so there wasn't as much as a gap. And this one, I think we'll leave it where it's at. And I think the last thing we need to do, guys, is I think we need to set up our SEO metadata. So that way, if you happen to post this anywhere else, like Facebook, or let's say that you run a blog and you're going to add this to your blog, it'll start doing some SEO for you as well, and hopefully bringing in some traffic from search engines, which can also be great. That's another form of free traffic that you can take advantage of, is SEO. So let's go ahead and get that set up. And at the top, I'm just going to put again, win a $1,000 Aldi gift card. And I'm just going to copy it, paste it again. And I'm going to add Aldi as an image again over here. So that way it shows up if I happen to post it anywhere like Facebook. And then I'm going to save. So give it a moment to save. Looks like everything's saved. I'm going to double check everything. The only other thing that you're going to want to do now, guys, to finish this all off 100% is you're going to want to update the privacy policy, the terms and conditions, and contact us. As you see right now, they're not links. You're going to want to hyperlink these to the correct area, which you can find back on the landing page. If you scroll down to the very bottom, you can see promotional terms, privacy policy. You can find all the information that you're looking for, and you're just going to want to click on them and then come and collect the link at the top, and then just come and hyperlink these down at the bottom, so that way people can click through them. And that just kind of cleans everything up. That kind of protects you too. It also helps with Facebook too. They don't want to be responsible for anything that you might be running, so this basically helps Facebook out too and makes them not reliable. So make sure you do this as well. It also will help with getting your ads approved as well. So I'll hit save, and what I want to do now, guys, because we're going to be doing paid traffic, I want to show you guys how to set up your Facebook pixel with this. So what a lot of people do is they don't necessarily know where to set up the pixel. There's a couple ways to actually do it. First things first, you can come over here to settings and go to tracking code. And you can post a tracking code in here directly on the funnel itself. What I like to do is actually in the beginning. I like going to the back. I like coming on here, which is actually your first page where you come in here and you click to set up your funnel. You're going to come over here to settings. And if you scroll down, you see body tracking code right here. This is where you can set up your Facebook pixel. As you can see, I've already added my Facebook pixel into here because I use this funnel quite a lot for some other things here. So I do have that already set up, but this is where you would set it. And then down at the very bottom, it says save and update right here. You're just going to click on that, hit save and update, and it'll go ahead and update you from the beginning. So, back. All right, so that's that. This is all set up. That's how you would set up your Facebook pixel on the actual landing page here. So that way when we're running this traffic, Facebook can actually now start optimizing everything and start sending you the best traffic possible for you. So we have the bridge page done now. The next thing we need to do is actually set up some ad images. So we're going to use Canva. If you haven't used Canva yet, Canva is a free program that you can use online. It helps you create different photo images. They have templates for Instagram story ads, Facebook posts, all types of stuff for your business that you can set up with them. So we're going to go ahead and go over to Canva. I've already got a template here set up. I'll walk you through briefly how to set this up exactly. If you want something more in-depth of how to actually set up this specific template, you can see some of our other videos on YouTube, as well as within our Facebook group, and as well as on the AFK forum. Make sure you sign up for that. So briefly, I'll show you guys how I made this. I'm not going to go into too much of a detail on this specific part, But basically, it's very simple. It's a few steps. I want to say it's 3 or 4. First one being a black rectangle. So as you can see, nothing to it. It's just a black rectangle. You can do that by coming over here and going into Elements. And if you scroll down, you can see all the different shapes here. So you would just choose this one or this one and just make a rectangle out of it. Now to make it black, you would come up here where this little black box is and you would click on it and you would just choose black. So that's that. The next step would be a circle. So as you can see here, moving it around, there is a circle here as well. You would get that from the shapes as well, this circle icon right here. The trick with it though is you're going to want to put it in the corner. You don't want to use the whole entire circle. We just want to use part of it. We don't want the whole thing. So that's that. Now thirdly, the last thing you need to do is get a little hand swipe up figure. You can find these just by doing a quick Google search. Just go to Google, type in swipe up logo, swipe up hand, swipe up emblem. You're going to find tons and tons and tons of these different images here. And you're just going to want to download one, upload it into Canva, and put it right here. Now, one thing I would say is important is this, is make sure that you have the logo facing the correct way. Don't have it rotated, pointing to the left or to the right, and it not making sense. Actually make sure that it does go up. And then you're going to place this on top of it, like so. That way it looks like one piece. And then lastly is this text. So to get the text, you just come to the text image over here, or the text section, and hit add a heading. And then for now, it just has swipe up and win, but I'm going to change it. To Aldi. And just center it. So I'll do something like that. Now, the next part of it is obviously building out the actual image. So we're going to go over here to uploads, and I'm going to upload some of the images that we already did. And let's see. Give me a second. I want to upload all of these because some of them aren't for this. Oops. I'm going to do all of these though because these are definitely useful. Now, we'll go back to Google while those are all uploading, and we'll do a couple basic things. So for example, I like to do a couple different angles. When it comes to doing paid traffic with Facebook, they actually allow you to upload 6 images at once. So you're always going to want to take advantage of that. You're going to want to upload at least 6 images at one time because Facebook is going to do all the optimizing for you. They're going to gather all the data for you, and they're going to tell you which images are the best images to run. So I like to try a couple different angles. I don't want to run 6 images that look all exactly the same. I kind of want to switch it up. So we do have some images already that we gathered earlier. Some of them are images of like a shopping cart with like the product in the background. There's some images of some product aisles. There's some images of some vegetable walls. And I'm going to gather some more images. So let's gather some images like this, where maybe we can get some images of the outside store. Maybe something like this. Or, you know, something like this. Pretty straightforward, just the outside front of it. This looks like the inside of an Aldi's, so I'll gather that just to have it. Cancel. Oh, it's already a name, so I'll just give it a random one. And we'll try this image. Sometimes I don't like these images that are really overly edited because people find them kind of fake. They're too stock photo-ish. A lot of people, at least from the campaigns that I run, tend to like photos that are kind of photos that like me and you would take without any kind of editing. So we'll try a couple more. I want to find some more outside images. Do something like this. And I would recommend downloading at least 20 to 30 images really, just because you're going to go through a lot of them. Some of these that we're downloading right now are not going to work at all. So it really just depends. You know, you want to download a bunch just to try. All right, so there's a good amount of images. Let me go, we're gonna have to upload them again, so let me do that. And let's see. Give me just a second. All right, so we'll just wait a couple moments for all those to upload here. And let's try them out. So here's some images. Let's just start dragging some over and start building some things out and seeing what we come up with. So there's something like that. It shows a little bit of an aisle. Maybe show some more aisle by doing that. And let's see. The more you do this, you'll notice that you can really start throwing stuff together pretty easily. So there's that. We could do something like this, where it just kind of shows Aldi up at the top. Don't really like that. Let me see what else we got. I think I like this one better. So you could do something like that. And then maybe do a little pattern break or something. I like to add pattern breaks because I like for people to come across my ad and it really stand out, really draw their attention, and really focus in on what I'm trying to do. So I usually will add a pattern break, and I'll do that by adding a border. Like so. Make sure they line up. And I'll change the color to maybe match it to something else in the image here. Maybe yellow, because the yellow of the border, and like there's some yellow snacks. So you could do something like this. So I'll just download that for right now. So there's maybe a little angle. And these are all just tests. You want to make sure that you do a lot. Like I said, a lot of images. You're going to test at least 6 at a time. So I like to make 10, 15 images before I even decide. And I'll go through all of those images and I'll decide which ones are the best of the best, at least that I think, and I'll test those ones out. And then I'll find out kind of which angle, like I told you, I would try and do at least 4 to 6 different angles because I have 6 options. And that'll really help you narrow it down. Facebook is going to optimize and tell you which one's the best, and you can kind of see which angle worked the best and then make some more images off of that. So here's one image. Let's do another one together though. I'll just leave that on there for now. Let's see. So we did, let's do an outside the store one now. Let's see, maybe something like that. So it shows Aldi on there already. Don't know why that's on there though. So maybe not this one. Let's try this. So you could do maybe something like that, and then I don't like this one because it's just too much Aldi, and it's kind of over it. So let's see. Let's try this. And this one looks all pixelated. Let's try. I think let's try this one. So I kind of like this one because it shows that it's coming soon. So you can kind of brings more trust factor to maybe they are doing a giveaway, like oh maybe they are giving out $1,000 of free groceries to Aldi. So I kind of like this angle. Let's try adding in that pattern break again. So there we go. And let's see. Maybe do an orange this time or something. And you want to make sure the borders all match up because if not, you'll see it in your story ad once you do it. Let's see if maybe we can add. Again, maybe add like the little badge over here or something, just to kind of make it look a little more trustworthy. Let's see. Maybe this one is better. And you'll notice I just play around with things here. So you could do something like this too, where it kind of shows the outside of the store. Let's see. You could do that. Let's see what else we can maybe come up with here. What was another one? I downloaded this one. Sometimes these images can make just like, it's a little too big. So you could do something, let's see. I don't think that's gonna work the way I want it to work. So you could do something maybe like this. And let's see. And we're almost done. So you guys could do something like this. I think I maybe change out this, I don't know, I just don't like that one, I don't think. Maybe it's just me, there's something about it I don't like. I think this little one always looks better. Even if I do something like that. So you could do something even like this. front, and run that. So this is something that you could do too. Again, guys, you want to try out a lot of different images. These are just some basic, brief images that we threw on together. But you're going to want to try out different angles. Like you saw, we did the store image at first. We did this vegetable kind of shelf wall display grocery aisle. We did a regular grocery aisle. So there's a lot of angles that you could do with this. And you're going to want to make at least 15, 20 maybe images to really test out and really decide at the end which ones you're going to want to use for your campaign. I think you guys get the idea now. If you guys want to see some more videos like this, there's tons of other videos on our YouTube showing how to make profitable Instagram story ads, profitable Facebook ads, profitable ads in general. So make sure you check those out if you want to find a little bit more information on how to make the ads. But this was just a nice little rundown that we did together. So for the next part, we're pretty much done. We're just going to want to basically build out our campaign at this point. So let's go ahead and go over to Facebook Ads Manager and start getting that set up. Alright guys, so this is Facebook Ads Manager. Let's go ahead and dive in and get a campaign set up and start running some traffic to these offers. So first things first, once you're in your Facebook Ads Manager, we're going to go ahead and start a campaign. So we're going to hit create over here in the green button. Another page is going to pop up, and this is going to be where we decide which kind of category and which kind of basically marketing objective we have. Today we're going to be running a traffic ad, so we're going to go ahead and hit traffic. It's going to populate, and then down here at the bottom is going to basically say what's the name of this campaign. So these are going to be traffic campaigns. They're going to be for Maxbounty, and it's going to be for Aldi. So I like to add this in here just so I know what I'm working with when I'm looking at my campaigns, when I'm checking out my daily results, my reporting. I want to be able to tell the difference from this campaign and all the other campaigns that I'm running. So after you have that set up, we're going to go over here to the actual ad set now, and this is where we're going to set up our targeting. So for this, again, this offer is for Australia only, so we do want to make sure that we have our targeting set up for Australia as the country. We don't want it to be anywhere else because we're not going to get paid from anywhere else. And honestly, it's probably not even going to show this offer to someone else who's not in Australia. First things first, let's get this ad set name set up as well. For this, whenever I do my campaigns, I like to break down my campaigns in different segments. So I like to separate male and female because male and females tend to do things differently when it comes to buying or doing things online or just doing things life in general. So for this one, we're going to start off with female. I'm going to go back because I don't think there was an age restriction, but let's double check. So yeah, it looks like 18 plus is fine. So we'll leave that on 18 plus. But up here, I'm going to change it to female because we're only running female right now. Location says United States, so we're going to take that out. We want to make sure that we put Australia, the whole entire country. It's going to be 18 plus, so that's all set. Right now it's set for all male and all men and women. We only want women. We only want to run for female, so we're just going to do that. One thing that I like to do personally is I like to make sure that when languages is put on here, that it is set for English all. And I do this because I don't want other people who might be living in Australia who don't know English clicking on my link or seeing my offer and not being able to fill it out correctly because they don't understand it. And I don't want to pay for that. You don't want to pay for that either. So that's why I make sure that it's English only. That way it's very likely that the only people that will be getting to my offer are English speaking. And when you did that, we can come down to detailed targeting. So this is where it's going to get a little tricky. This is where you're going to make your money or break your money. So typically what I like to do is I like to start off with like a broad campaign, really test out the whole entire area and see how the targeting goes. But for this example, I'm going to show you guys how to do some detailed targeting. So after you've maybe done some broad testing, or even with this broad testing, do a bunch of ad sets, because you don't want to just test one ad set at a time, because how are you really going to know what's your winner within that? So if I was doing 18 plus female only, I still wouldn't know which age group is going to be the real winner. So you could always do more testing and really break down and really find that really good winner. That's going to take multiple targeting. So whenever you do these ad sets, I always like to do them one by one. So for example, 18 plus female with a broad interest, then I would run 18 plus male with the broad interest, and then I would also run 18 plus female with some detailed targeting. So for today's detailed targeting, let's see if Aldi pops up, because for example, this is for Aldi, and there is an Aldi, so there's an employers one. We don't want that. This is only going to target people who work for Aldi, not necessarily interested in that. You could do this Aldi one. It's 28 million, so that's something that you can do. There's also an Aldi UK. We're not doing that because, well, this isn't for an UK, as well as its employers. There is an Aldi Australia with 4.5 million. And there's also some other Aldis. So really the only Aldis that we have here is going to be this one that's 28 million and this Aldi Australia that's 4.5 million. Personally, because this tells me that there's Aldis in other locations, even though we already chose Australia only, I would probably choose this one as well, just to make sure it's really detailed on here. But this is where that targeting, testing really comes into play. So what I would recommend if I was running this offer, I would run a detailed targeting for Aldi Australia, and then I would create a whole nother separate ad set, and I would do detailed targeting for Aldi in general. Because one of them might perform better than the other one. Even let's say, for example, you ran them both, and Aldi Australia wasn't as good as just regular Aldi. So you wouldn't know that unless you tested that out. You would maybe automatically assume that this one was better. That's not always the case, and that's why testing really comes into play, and that's how you really find your winners, as well as you really optimize them, you really kill the ones that aren't making you any money. And this is how you really go from making a few dollars a day to making thousands of dollars a day. So with that being said, we'll just leave that in here for right now. Whenever I also add a detailed targeting in here, I like to come up here at the very top and I like to update it so that way I know as well later on the differences between all of my different ad sets. So I'm going to put Aldi Australia right here so I know which one I'm running. And then I'm going to scroll down and we're going to edit our placements. So first things first, I'm going to take devices. I'm going to take desktop off because we only want mobile. And when I scroll down, I'm going to turn all of these feeds off as well because I don't want anything besides Instagram story ads. So again, Facebook story ads, I do not want that. Messenger story ads, I do not want that. I just want Instagram story ads. I'm going to turn off in-article ads. I'm also going to turn off the ads from apps and sites. And we're going to go down now to our budget. So typically when you're running, let's say, offers within the United States, you're going to want to run link clicks. Anywhere outside of the United States, you're going to want to do landing page views. This has been tested by Colin and other team members. Basically, landing clicks tends to work better in the United States, and everywhere else, landing page views works better. So we'll click this. We're going to make sure it's set for landing page views. You see now it's updated, as well as the update over here. And our daily budget, this is where we're going to do 3 times the 3-day rule. So we're going to do 3 times the pay. For instance, this one's going to be $2.80. I'm just going to round up to $3 myself. So I'm going to put in $9 as our daily budget. And basically what that is we're going to need at least 3 conversions to break even or to make money. So basically the way the 3-day rule works is you run the offer for 3 days. After 3 days, if your ad is not making you money, you're going to want to kill it. If it is making you money, you're going to want to further optimize it, maybe creating some other ads to split down their age groups like I told you earlier. And you're going to also maybe want to create another one and scale it. So you're maybe going to want to increase the budget after you've duplicated it. So for now, once again, I'm going to put $9 in for our 3-day rule. And again, with this $9, guys, it isn't going to be exactly $9 every single day. Facebook, they have their own brain pretty much. Some days they might be less than $9. You might spend $8.50. Other days you might spend more than $9. You might spend $9.30. The average is about $9. So don't be alarmed if you see that going on. That's normal, completely normal. So let's scroll down. Let's go ahead and get to the next step. So you can see we get charged per impression here. And that's pretty much it for that. The next step is just to go ahead and set up the actual images onto here. So we'll go ahead and hit continue. And we don't need to change the name up here. First thing you want to do is set up a page. So for this one, for running Facebook ads, even if you're doing Instagram story ads, you do have to have a Facebook page. You can set up a niche related Facebook page. Let's say we're running like a health and fitness offer. We could set up a health and fitness Facebook page, and we could use that to promote these offers. You could do something like that that's really niche related, or you could do something more general that is able to promote all of your offers under one specific page. It's really up to you on how you want to run your offers. I do both. Some offers I like to run just kind of under a general run. Some of them I like to make a specific page for them. For example, if it's like a pet product or like health and fitness, I do have specific pages just for that. You set that up. You don't need to have an Instagram account. As long as you have the Facebook account, you'll be fine. So next thing, we're not doing carousel. We're just going to do a single image, even though I'm telling you we're going to upload 6. But that's because right here, Facebook is going to allow you to do 6 ads with unique images at no additional cost. So we'll click upload image. And let's see if I can find these images that I made here. Let's see. So here's one. Here's another. And I'll just upload those 2 for now. But like I said, guys, when you do this, make sure you upload at least 6. Again, at least 6 images. And that's because Facebook is going to do all the work for you. They're going to optimize all of your data. They're going to tell you which ad is working, which ad image, is working the best. So that way you know which ones to run, which ones not to run, which angles are working, which ones are not working, and really can start improving your campaign from there. So we're still waiting for this to load up. While that's doing that, we'll kind of scroll down. Primary text here we'll leave alone. The only other thing that we're going to add in here is the website URL. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back over to ClickFunnels, because this is where our website URL is. This is it up here. We're going to copy it, and we'll go back over to the Ads Manager, and we'll paste it. Man, this is really taking forever, huh? Give it a couple more moments. There it is. So now they're popping up. So again, it just shows 2 for right now, but it should show 6. You can see a little preview of them right here. You can scroll through them as well once they start opening them. But that's it. So like I said, you're going to put your website URL right here, like I showed you a minute ago. You get it from your ClickFunnels right here. And then that's pretty much it. I like to keep the call to action as learn more. You can change some of them if you're doing some other things. Maybe you're running an offer for like a game install. You can change it to to download, something like that if you like. But the main thing you want to make sure is your Facebook pixel is turned on. So when the blue is on, blue switch, when it's blue, it's on. And you also want to make sure that there's a green light and that it's showing your correct pixel. So mine shows the green light because we set it up on the funnel earlier. I showed you guys how to do that, so it's all ready to go. The green light shows that it's active and that it is targeting. And that's it. So let me move me. I'm going to hit confirm. And that's it. So at this point, guys, our ad is getting published. Facebook's going to take it and put it in a review process, and it's going to take a look at it and make sure that we're following all of Facebook ad policies and that our ad is a good ad, not deceiving, and follows basically all of its rules. So once it's done, which it will be here in just a second, it'll change from in draft to saying in review, and it'll take about 30 minutes to maybe 2 or 3 hours if you haven't ever run an ad before to get approved on your account. But once it's approved, it'll start sending traffic, and you'll start seeing some of those conversions come in. If your ad images are great, you've got a good angle, you'll start seeing all of that. And then basically you'll want to apply the 3-day rule. So again, after 3 days, if your ad is making money, you're going to want to optimize that ad or scale the ad. If your ad is breaking even or it's not making money, then you're going to want to kill it and maybe move on to a new offer and try some new offers out. And like I said, here you go, guys, it's in review. So I would have to wait a little bit for this to get approved. But once it does, then I can start doing that and checking out and making sure if my ad is doing good and kind of apply the 3-day rule. So this is just one ad set here, guys. So if you click on it, it's only going to show the ad set that we made, which is the 18+ female with the detailed targeting for Aldi Australia. So you don't want to just run one offer. I typically like to run at least 4 to 5 on every offer that I run right away, because that'll give me a good little amount of testing to decide if it's something that I want to keep going on with or not. So we did the 18+ female Aldi Australia. Now what I would do is do US 18, or sorry, not US, it shouldn't say US, it should say Australia. I didn't update it. We did choose it, I just didn't update it. Make sure you do that. The next one I would do would be Australia 18+ male with the detailed targeting of Aldi Australia. And then I would do it, a female one with broad interest and then a male one with broad interest typically. But that's it, guys. So with that being said, I hope you guys learned something in here. I enjoyed showing you guys all this. If you haven't already, be sure to sign up for the AFK forum. It's the fastest growing affiliate marketing forum online. You can sign up for free by using the link in the description below. And with that being said, guys, I'll catch you in the next one.
Are you struggling with your affiliate marketing business or want to take things to the next level? Allow me to introduce you to Dijs University. Dijs University is the #1 affiliate marketing training platform in the world. Whether you're a beginner or an advanced affiliate marketer, Dijs University offers you thousands of different videos with topics such as Facebook, volume, adplexity, and many more of your favorite topics. Step by step, you will learn the secret super affiliate ways to get the most out of each traffic source. Dominate each vertical with our detailed quick start guides. Are you ready to get started? Click the link in the description to sign up today.